fan is making this go away. Good evening, welcome to your yoga class. We're burning some Palo Santo over here. My name is Sweta, and this is Mel. Mel is going to be going through the flow, and I'm just going to be teaching and talking through it. So you're welcome to listen. You're welcome to look up here to see what Mel's doing or for any modifications that we're going to be showing today. Come to a comfortable seat, whatever that means to you. Maybe sitting on a block or on a cushion or just on your bottom. Grounding down through your sit bones, but also lifting up through your spine. Bringing your belly towards your spine. Making the back of your neck nice and long. Setting yourself up. Rooting yourself into the ground, creating those foundations, those roots. Option to close your eyes or have a soft gaze in front of you. Notice the parts of your body that are touching the ground beneath you. Notice your breath as you breathe in and breathe out. And take a moment to set an intention for your practice. Whatever intention you want that to be. Try not to dig deep for an intention. If you don't have one right now, don't worry about it. Maybe it'll come to you throughout your practice, later, after your practice. Allow your intention to come to you. Begin to deepen your breath, inhaling through your nose, filling up your diaphragm and your lungs. And as you exhale, just release. Continue to breathe in through your nose, exhale, sighing it away, cleansing your breath. Taking at least 4 to 5 breaths here. Moving at the speed and pace of your own breath. Whenever you're done with your 4 to 5 breaths, come back to your normal breath and just notice your breath in this moment, where you're not trying to control it at all, just letting your breath come in and out of your body. Take a moment to come into your Ujjayi breath, inhaling and exhaling in and out of your nose and constricting the breath in the back of your throat, so much so that it might be audible. Continue to breathe using your Ujjayi breath. And throughout your practice, if you're in any challenging poses, balancing poses, or you're trying to deepen the stretch within your muscles that might be tight or places of tension, you might want to use your Ujjayi breath to help you get a little bit further, a little bit deeper. 2 more Ujjayi breaths here. Coming back into your normal breath. Gently open up your eyes if your eyes are closed and meet us on hands and knees. Hands directly below your shoulders or a little bit wider than your shoulders. Knees directly below your hips, everything in line with one another. Look in between your legs and make sure you can't see your feet, kind of hiding your feet behind your thighs. Pressing down through your hands, the back of your feet and your shins. Bringing your belly towards your spine, imagining your tailbone going down instead of dumping into your tailbone. Take 5 to 7 cat-cows here, or making whatever movements feel good to you in your body. Dropping your belly, lift your chest towards the sky, and on your exhale, belly towards your spine, drop the weight of your head. Option to move your hips side to side or in a circular motion, taking up space, knowing your worth, knowing that you are worthy of taking up all the space that you have around you. Moving your hips forward and back, just waking up your muscles, warming up your muscles here. Two more breaths here. Coming back into your cat-cow position, into your neutral spine. Ground down through your left hand and lift your right arm towards the sky, twisting from your abdomen, reaching up. And as you exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left. Bring your right shoulder and right ear to the ground. Option to keep your left hand in front of your face or walk your left hand above your head, reaching long above your head. Option to keep your hand here or reach your arm behind your back for a half bind, reaching for your right thigh. Breathing here, taking at least 3 breaths here. Whenever you're ready, bring your left hand directly in front of your face and gently push back up onto hands and knees. Take 2 cat-cows here, neutralizing your spine. Coming back into your neutral spine, ground down through your right hand and reach your left arm towards the sky, twisting from your abdomen. And on your exhale, weave the left arm underneath your right, bringing your left shoulder and left ear to the ground. Option to keep your right hand in front of your face or walk your hand long above your head. Option to stay here or reach your right arm behind your back for a half bind, reaching for your left thigh. Breathe here, at least 3 breaths. Whenever you're ready, bring your right hand directly in front of your face and gently push up to hands and knees. Back into your cat-cow. Take 2 here. Again, moving at the speed and pace of your own breath. Find your neutral spine. Notice your fingers, if they're really spread apart, bring them closer together, but not so close that your fingers are actually touching, and then push the floor away. Feel that isometric movement. Your scapula is pulling away from each other in your upper back, kind of rounding through the upper back. Curl your toes under and lift your knees off the ground about 1 or 2 inches and hover here. Bring your belly towards your spine, round your back, drop the weight of your head. On your exhale, lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Making whatever movements feel good to you here. Maybe bending one knee at a time. Maybe moving your hips side to side. Option to bend your knee, reach your chest towards your thighs. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. Take a deep breath in and flutter out from your lips. One more time, deep breath in. Relax your face here. Find stillness in your downward facing dog. You want to keep this nice long spine here. Really reaching your chest towards your thighs. It's okay if you keep your knees bent. The point here is to keep that nice long spine. On your inhale, coming into a high plank pose. Hold here, push the floor away with your hands, reach your heels back. Really imagine the scapula is pulling away from each other and pushing the floor away. On your exhale, lower down knees, chest, chin. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower your forehead to the mat. On your inhale, curl your toes under, lift up through high plank, and push back to downward facing dog. And right away, take baby steps all the way to your hands and fold in Uttanasana. Let the weight of your head go. Let your arms go. Option to sway side to side, ragdoll. Your choice. Take 5 breaths here. Whenever you're done with your 5 breaths, bend your knees a lot and gently roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Until you come to a standing position, roll your shoulders at the top, open up your palms, let the weight of your head stack up last onto your spine. Take a moment here, notice your breath in your Tadasana mountain pose. Coming back to your intention that you set in the beginning of your practice. On your inhale, swing your arms all the way up. Bring your palms to touch at the top of your head. Bring your gaze past your thumbs. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, step your feet back into that high plank position. And exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, your choice. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release your forehead to the mat. On your inhale, push all the way up through plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here, downward facing dog. On your inhale, lift your right leg towards the sky. Exhale, step your right foot through in between the palm of your hands, coming into a low lunge. Plant your left hand to the mat and open up from your abdomen, reaching your right arm towards the sky. Exhale, bring your right hand back down to the other side. To the right side of your right foot. Inhale, reach up, high lunge. Take a breath here. On your next exhale, open up, warrior two. Option to line your right heel with your arch of your left arch, or you can widen your stance so that your right foot stepped out, left foot stepped forward to help you with your balance. Bending into your right knee. Notice how Mel's torso is nice and in line. Her shoulders are directly stacked on top of her hips. Arms are reaching in opposite directions. Flip your right palm over. And on your exhale, reverse your warrior. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, cartwheel your arms all the way down. Option to take your flow or meet in downward facing dog. Your choice. Chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here in your downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg towards the sky. Exhale, plant your left foot in between the palm of your hands. Coming into your low lunge. Plant your right hand to the ground and twist open with your left arm towards the sky. Take a breath here. On your exhale, plant your left arm down to the crown of the outside of your left foot. Very wordy. Inhale, lift up, high lunge. On your exhale, open up, warrior two on the other side. Again, line up your feet. Bend into that left knee, reach your arms in opposite directions. Press into the outer edge of your right heel, right foot, yeah. Good. Imagine you're trying to pull your feet away from each other. It's gonna activate those muscles within your legs. Flip your left palm over, reverse your warrior. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, cartwheel your arms down. Take your flow or meet in downward facing dog. Your choice. From here, gently lower your knees as wide as the mat. Bring your big toes to touch, coming into a child's pose, sitting your hips back. Letting the weight of your head go, letting your chest come closer to the ground with every exhale.
That was not me.
Allowing yourself to completely relax here in your child's pose, coming back into your intention that you set in the beginning of your practice, or maybe you have a new intention now. Whatever it is, look inwards and keep breathing. Two more breaths here. Begin to press your fingers and your palms firmly into the mat. Begin to press your forearms into the mat. And on your inhale, keeping your forearms and your palms in the mat, onto the mat, lift your chest up. Coming onto like a low plank but with your knees down. Curl your toes under and lift your hips up for dolphin pose. Opening up your upper arms, your shoulders, your armpits. Really press into your forearms, into the ground, lifting your head farther away from the ground a little bit more here. Again, let the weight of your head go. Option to bend your knees and continue to lift up, moving your chest towards your thighs. Option to come onto your tippy toes. If you have forearm stand in your practice, option to take your forearm stand, or maybe lift one leg at a time. Alright. And gently lower your knees down to the ground. Keep your hips directly above your knees and knees about hip width distance apart. Walk your arms forward. We're going to go into Anahatasana puppy pose, reaching your chest to the ground. So chest and knee to the ground, chest and chin to the ground, or forehead to the ground. Wherever you are in your flexibility, wherever you are working on, if you don't feel like you're warmed up enough, choose your path. So forehead to the ground or chest and chin to the ground. And you don't have to actually touch the ground, but get as close as you possibly can. Breathe here. Use your Ujjayi breath. Usually this posture, if you have your chin and chest to the ground, will naturally make you come into an Ujjayi breath. On your next inhale, however you want to get there, we're going to join back into a downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg towards the sky. Exhale, right knee to nose. Hover here, curve your spine. Bring your knee a little bit closer towards your face. Exhale, reach your right leg back out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Hover here. From here, bring your right knee to your right wrist. And then back up to your elbow. Down to your wrist. Up to your elbow. Exhale, back out. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, step your right foot through. Low lunge. Plant your left foot on a 45-degree angle. Come up, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. You want to internally rotate this thigh right here, your left thigh, externally rotating your right thigh, so that outward motion. You're trying to square your hips off towards the front. Reach your arms up. If you have the practice of Ashtanga, you're going to bring your palms together, or you can keep your palms apart, your choice. Begin to shift your weight into your right foot, and then lifting your left leg off the ground, coming into Warrior 3. Taking your time. Option to reach your arms forward, or bring your hands to your chest. With your standing leg, really press the floor away. And imagine pressing a wall with your left leg, the one that's hovering in the air. Keep everything strong, pulling in opposite directions. On your exhale, step your left foot to meet your right and fold in. On your inhale, lift your arms up, coming into an Utkatasana chair pose. Breathe here. Look down, make sure you can see your big toes. If you can't, sit back a little bit more or shift your hips back. Lift your chest towards the sky. Tailbone down. If you're not dumping into our lower back, keep that tailbone nice and long. Exhale, fold in. Breathe here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in, plant your palms. Bend your knees. Step back into a high plank. Take your flow. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Take 4 breaths here in your downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg towards the sky. Exhale, left knee to nose. Hover here, curve your spine, belly towards your spine, bring your knee closer to your face. Exhale, reach that left leg back out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Left knee to your left wrist. Left knee to left elbow. Left knee to left wrist. Left knee to left elbow, and exhale it back out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, step your left foot in between the palm of your hands. Set your right foot up on a 45-degree angle. Inhale, reach up, Virabhadrasana 1. Again, externally rotating your right thigh and externally rotating your left thigh. So you want that external rotation, opening up the hips. You're trying to square your chest and your hips off with the front as well, reaching your arms up. Begin to shift your way into that left foot, coming into Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. If you fall out, doesn't mean anything. Actually it does. It basically just means that you're working on your balance. You're strengthening your muscles. Trying to keep your hips square with the ground beneath you and as if you have a wall directly behind this hovering leg. Nice and strong, reaching in opposite directions. 2 more breaths here. On your exhale, step your right foot to meet your left and fold in. Inhale, reach your arms up, Utkatasana, chair pose. Tailbone comes down, belly towards your spine. Lift your chest up. Make sure you can see your knees when you look down. I'm sorry, not your knees, your big toes. You will see your knees. 1 more breath here. Exhale, fold in. This time as you fold in, bring your peace fingers to grab a hold of your big toes. Inhale, halfway lift in this position. Feel that stretch. Exhale, fold in. Breathe here. Release your big toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, step or hop back, Chaturanga. Take your flow, we'll meet in downward facing dog. In yoga, it's important to do what is right for your body, choosing your path, making sure that you're drinking water, toweling off, doing all the things that you need to be doing. If you need to go to child's pose, go to child's pose. This is your flow. We have about 2 more flows coming up, and then we'll begin to go into our deeper yin type stretching, coming into a yoga nidra. From your downward facing dog, reach your right leg towards the sky, coming into your 3-legged dog. Bend into your right knee, opening up your hips. Roll your ankle in one direction, roll it in the opposite direction, and then roll your knee, so you're actually rolling your hip in one direction, and then in the opposite direction. Option to flip your dog here, or stay in your 3-legged downward facing dog. Reach your hips towards the sky, reach your arms back. Take 1 more breath here. And on your exhale, flip back over to your 3-legged dog. Take a breath here. And on your exhale, step your right foot through in between the palm of your hands. Lower your left knee down, coming into a crescent lunge. Reach your arms up. And then from here, we're gonna bend our elbows, opening up our chest. Really stretching our chest out here. We don't want to be dumping into our lower back, so bring your belly towards your spine and lift yourself up a little bit more. Squeeze your thighs together, activate your legs. On your exhale, bring your hands on either side of your right leg, on your right foot, and then shift your hips back in space, coming into a half splits, Hanumanasana. If you have full split in your practice, go ahead and take it. Hanumanasana. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold in. Take 3 breaths here. On your inhale, shift your weight back forward. Lift up your left knee off the ground, so you're in a low lunge here. And just hover here for about 2 breaths. On your inhale, lift your arms up as if you're coming into a high lunge. You are coming into a high lunge. And then bring your arms behind you, interlacing your fingers and pulling back to open up your chest. Bring your gaze towards the sky. 1 more breath here. Exhale, cartwheel your arms all the way down to frame your right foot. Step back, take your flow. Meet in downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here in downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg towards the sky. Bend into your left knee, opening up your hips here. Roll your ankle in one direction. Roll your ankle in the opposite direction. And then again, roll your hip in one direction. Moving from your knee, roll your hip in the opposite direction. Option to flip your dog or stay right here. If you are flipping your dog, make sure you lift your hip towards the sky. Reach that arm back, that's reaching back towards the front of your mat. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, flip it back over to 3-legged dog. And on your exhale, step your left foot in between the palm of your hands, lower your right knee. And reach your arms up for a crescent lunge. Again, not dumping into your lower back. Squeeze your thighs together. Lift up more than dumping down. Bend into your elbows, opening up your chest here. Reaching your elbows back, reaching your chest forward. Maybe a little back bend, looking up towards the sky. 1 more breath here. On your exhale, bring your hands to either side of your left leg. Shift your hips back, Hanumanasana, half splits. If you have full splits in your practice, go ahead and take it. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold in. 3 breaths here. On your inhale, shift your weight forward. Plant your hands, lift your right knee up. Take a breath here. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Reach back, opening up your chest, bring your gaze towards the sky. 1 more breath. Swing your arms up, back, and around. Take your flow, we'll meet in downward facing dog. When you get to downward facing dog, take 3 breaths there. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, side away. Deep breath in. Side away. Take baby steps all the way to your hands. And fold in Uttanasana. From here, see if you can bring your hands below your feet. You can bend your knees here. You should bend your knees. And then your toes are kind of tickling your wrists. Option to stay right here and let the weight of your head go. Option to inhale, lengthen, coming into a half back kind of. And then exhale, bend your elbows, let everything go. Play with how this feels in your hands. Maybe shifting the weight of your feet forward. See if you can lift your heels off the ground. And then release your hands from underneath you. Bend your knees. Gently rise one vertebrae at a time. Let your shoulders roll up, back, and around. Open up your palms, Tadasana, mountain pose. In your standing position, ground down through your left foot, creating that root. We're going to come into Vinyasa tree pose. Option to place your right foot on your left ankle, left calf, or left inner thigh. Whatever you choose, go ahead and take that path. From your hands on your hips, bring your hands to your chest. Find something in front of you that's not moving, that you can concentrate on, that you can bring your drishti to. Drishti, it's a really hard word. If you found your balance here, maybe reach your arms up. If you found your balance here, maybe open up your arms. Keep that belly towards your spine. If you feel like you're pushing everything out, get nice and tight. Keep breathing. If you found your balance here, maybe bring your gaze up. Maybe play with closing your eyes. Maybe do a dancing tree. Bring your hands in front of your chest in prayer. Point your right knee to the front and then step your foot down. Ground down through your right foot this time. And then place your left foot wherever you place it on the other side. Do it on this side as well so you're nice and balanced out. So on your ankle, on your calf below your knee, or above your knee in your inner groin. Never on your knee. Don't want to pop your knee out. That's why we say never on your knee. You want to keep your knee pointing towards that left side. From hands on your hip, hands right in front of your chest. Find your drishti, the point in front of you that's not moving. When you found your balance, reach your arms up. Again, belly towards your spine, nice and long, nice and strong. When you found your balance, open up your arms. Keep breathing. Option to play around with your tree, looking up, closing your eyes, dancing tree. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Left knee pointing forward and step your left foot down. This time ground down through your left foot, bend into your right knee. Toes are going to be dorsiflexed, so toes pointing towards your knee. Option to grab a hold of your right knee, or if you have the flexibility or if it's within your practice, grab a hold of your big toe. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Option to lengthen out from your right leg, or grab a hold of your right knee. If you are doing this but you're hunching forward, grab a hold of your right knee. Wherever you are, option to stay here and practice, or open up your right hip. Option to stay here, Or maybe reach your left arm out, bringing your right thumb and your pointer finger together. And maybe bring your gaze over to your left hand. Breathe here. One more breath. Bring your left hand back to your hip, gaze forward. Right knee comes forward. Extend your right leg nice and long. Lift it up a little bit more. And exhale, step your right foot back down. These are all just balancing poses to help you strengthen out your ankles, strengthen out your legs. It just helps. For the foot, your arches, your ankles, all of that. Grounding down through your right foot this time. Bending into your left knee. Dorsiflex your left toes. Again, grabbing a hold of your knee or maybe your big toe. If you want to just practice grabbing a hold of your big toe, you can. You want to keep your spine nice and long. If you're hunched forward like this, nice and long. If you can extend your leg without hunching forward or keeping your chest nice and broad, go ahead and keep that extended. Otherwise, bend the left knee. Whenever you're ready, open up your hip. We take this in stages and levels. Keep breathing. Find your balance. Maybe reach your right arm to the right side, bringing your right thumb and right pointer finger together. Maybe bring your gaze over your right shoulder. 2 more breaths. Right hand to your right hip. Left knee points forward. Extend your left leg long. Lift up a little bit more. And on your exhale, step your left foot back down. Go back to the top of your mat. Maybe roll your ankles. Let that, or wiggle, shake your feet out. Allow that blood flow to go to all those areas of your body down there. Come to the top of your mat. Bend your knees as if you're coming into Utkatasana chair pose, and reach your arms up. Come into Utkatasana chair pose. Lengthen your spine, making your tailbone go down. So we're not going to dump into our lower back. Tailbone comes down. Make sure you look down. You can see your big toes. Lift your chest towards the sky. See if you can go down a little bit more. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend down a little bit more. You got this. Deep breath in. Exhale, come down a little bit more. See if you can come all the way down onto your bottom. Taking your time, using your breath. And maybe you touch the ground, and that's totally fine with your hands. You're here in this crouched position. Arms are reaching forward. And then just kind of walk your feet out. Plant your feet down. See if you can keep your arms raised in this Malasana squat. And then bring your hands together in front of your heart. Use your elbows to open up your hips. Breathe here. If you have a pillow or a block and you'd like to place it underneath your kundi, feel free. Take about 3 to 4 more breaths here. Option to close your eyes. If you have a block or cushion underneath your bottom, move it out of the way so you can come onto, you're literally gonna just rock back onto your bottom. Coming into a boat pose. Navasana boat pose. Grab a hold of the back of your knees, maybe bend your knees or extend your legs long. 3 breaths here. Whenever you're done with your 3 breaths, gently lower all the way down On your exhale. Take a breath here in your little shavasana break. Bend your knees, bring your feet hip width distance apart. We're going to go into a few bridge variations. Your body's probably already warmed up for a full wheel, so if you feel that your body is warmed up, feel free to take a full wheel. Otherwise, coming into a bridge pose, knees are bent, feet are hip width distance apart. Press your hand and your arms into the ground and lift your hips up. Imagine you're squeezing a block or a cushion in between your thighs to protect your lower back. 2 more breaths here. Your breath will come into a natural Ujjayi breath because it's constricting in the back of your throat. On your exhale, gently lower down 1 vertebrae at a time. We're going to just go right into the next variation of bridge pose. Option to do the variation we just did, or option to walk your shoulders underneath you. So you're going to lift your hips up, walk your shoulders underneath, and interlace your fingers behind your back on the ground. Opening up your chest here, working out any tension in your shoulder in this position, and taking those deep Ujjayi breaths, but also squeezing your thighs together, protecting your lower back. At least 2 more breaths here. Whenever you're ready, release your arms and your shoulders, lower your tailbone down, and then windshield wiper your your knees side to side, releasing any tension in your lower back. Option to take any of those variations of bridge pose, or going into a full wheel. If you have a block, you can place it underneath your sacrum for a more restorative bridge. Whenever you're ready, going into the pose. If you're choosing full wheel, make sure you take at least 3 breaths in your full wheel. Really lift your hips towards the sky. Press the floor away. Reach your chest forward. Whenever you're ready, gently lower down 1 vertebrae at a time. Bring your feet as wide as the mat and windshield wiper your knees. Take a moment here to take whichever variation of supine twist you'd like to. Option to just bend your knees and let them fall over to either side, or you can do a Garudasana with your legs and come into a supine twist. Whichever variation of a twist that you'd like to take. Make sure your shoulders are grounded down. Breathe here. At least 3 breaths on either side. Moving into your supine twist on the other side. Again, at least 3 breaths on either side. Whenever you're done with your 3 breaths, bring your knees to your chest. Hug your knees in. Maybe sway side to side, massaging out your lower back. Maybe bring your forehead to your knees if you want a nice long stretch of your spine. From here, You're gonna choose your path. Take whatever movements feel good in your body. You wanna take Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose, headstand, handstand, shoulder stand, forearm stand, another full wheel, happy baby, whatever you want right now, 3 minutes on your time. Wherever you are, gently make your way down, setting yourself up for Shavasana. Completely relaxing your body here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, side away. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. Deep breath in. Let it go. Begin to scan your body from the top of your head until you reach all the way to your toes. And as you scan your body with every inhale, breathe into your body, and with every exhale, completely relax your body in any points or spaces of tension. Allow yourself to restore and relax. Take at least 10 breaths here. If your mind wanders, allow it to wander. Notice that your mind has wandered. Be kind to yourself and come back to your breath. Continue to scan your body. Bring your awareness to your breath. Bring your awareness into your body, making whatever movements feel good to you, gentle movements. Reach your arms long above your head and point your toes, giving yourself a nice long stretch. Bend your knees and roll over to the right side into the fetal position, and allow yourself to pause here. The fetal position is the position of rebirth and reawakening, as if you've just been given a new life to live. Give gratitude to the way your body moves and breathes. Give gratitude where gratitude is deserved. Take 5 breaths here. Whenever you're ready, gently push yourself up into a seated position. Allow your hands to rest on your knees or your thighs, wherever they land. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it away. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Anjali Mudra. Allow your chin to come towards your chest, lengthening through the back of your neck. I'm going to Om 3 times. You may listen to the sound of Om or choose to Om with me. Breathe in. Thank you for joining me in this practice. Namaste. Thank you all for joining. Thanks, Mel.
Namaste.
Namaste in bed. Bye.